What's up, guys? Sorry about being so late. Hold on a second. All right, how's everybody doing? Sorry I'm late. If there's going to be anybody here. All right, here we go. Yay! I made it. Made it, you guys. All right. You might be the only one here, Juan. Oh boy. Just trying to shrink this thing so I can see chat. What's up, Mad Duck? What's going on? All right. Oh my goodness. That was an exercise in madness right there. Yep, at least 3. What's up? How's it going, guys? So what happened was I got this let's see. Is this camera working? I got this new pair of headphones. These are not it. These are it. With this awesome microphone and this really cool mixer, and because I saw my buddy Matt Thorpe using it on his very last stream. He got a really cool mic, and I'm like, hey Matt, what is that? And he told me, and I picked one up, and it sounds awesome in the headphones when I'm listening to myself through the mixer, but I can't get it piped over to play through my XSplit. It won't recognize it. So anyway, sorry about this. That's why I'm late. And it broke XSplit. XSplit is what I use instead of OBS. It's a paid thing rather than a free thing. Anyway, just because it has a little more, some things I like, and it's a little smaller, so it runs faster. Anyway, that's why I use it, and I broke it. But I fixed it. So here we are. What's going on, everybody? I am here. Oh, the Great Jug. That's awesome. Finished that Catwoman. Super cool. I gotta see this. I got to see it. Does Dylan like it? I love that face. It's super cool. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. How's everybody doing tonight? I was doing great until my stream started having spaz. And now I have these little dots. But I'll ignore them. So hopefully by next Tuesday, after the ZBrush Summit, I was thinking it was this weekend for some reason. I'm stupid. But next weekend after the ZBrush Summit, hopefully I'll have my new headphones and microphone working. It sounds really cool. I can't wait to get that rocking because it sounds awesome. So anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? I saw this really cool design by my buddy Adam Manoa. Check this out. This really cool Frankenstein head. I should park it like this. I'm here, guys. I'm here. Yeah, I thought I'd do a... So, I don't know if you guys saw, but my buddy Johannes, I don't know how to say his name, but because my American accent butchers the heck out of his name. Let me see if I can grab it. Import. He drew me. Yes, here it is. Okay, I have it. He did an amazing concept for me. I'm just going to say, let me make it. Look at this. See this? Is that the coolest thing ever? Holy. So I had an idea for I got an idea from my friend Kevin Keel, because he did an amazing drawing of a cowboy riding a dinosaur. And he was in a really cool pose, really cool run, and then he did another one for me, but the cowboy just wasn't quite detailed enough, and rather than bug Kevin again, because I bugged him twice, I asked Johannes if he had an extra time to do up a concept. He said he's like between jobs or something, and he said sure, and he'd love to, and this is what he came up with, and it just completely blew me away. Like, absolutely, what the crap. So this is what I will be streaming starting after the summit. So this, you can look forward to that, and I want to print it, and I'll probably end up taking it to Game Character someday, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm super duper excited about that. For now, we're going to do this guy, Halloween theme, a sculpt that my buddy Adam Manoa did. Adam is a concept artist from Utah here. He's a local artist here in Utah, and I love this design that he did of Frankenstein's monster. So I want to do this. So let's get started. We're late. We're 26 minutes late. Holy crap. Sorry about that, guys, but thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I did pronounce it okay? Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that forehead, isn't that awesome? Look at these brows. They're like just little shapes unto themselves. I love this kind of cheek muscle coming down the smile line. It's so cool. Like, it's got a ton of personality, even like how these cheekbones jut out. Yeah, super cool. So hopefully I can do it justice. We'll see. Let's get going. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so first things first, let's switch over to a different material. Do I have a green? Nah. Do a green. Okay, so this is in dynamic subdivision mode, and what I usually like to do is start with a cranium, so I'm just going to kind of imagine his skull in here. This might be a little different because he's so exaggerated. He's got so many different parts going on. Make sure I'm facing forward still. Okay. Alright. Now, you'd think... I was thinking about putting a cylinder on there, but I might not. We'll see. I'm too stuck in my spherical ways. I like to stretch spheres out. Do you guys hear me okay? Yep, cheek meat. What's up, T-Chan? Oh, how you guys doing? So glad you could join me. Halloween themed. Whoop. Late show. I'm on the late show today. I was seriously stressing out, like, what am I gonna do? It's not working. What's going on? Yeah, it will be green later on, like a yellow green. You couldn't add two spheres and mold them together? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's called Dynamesh. The Great Jug, that is true. So the link that is on the sponsor page, it's /enroll right there. I'm going to open it for a special time, a super short window, 3 days. I'm not going to advertise or anything, just at the ZBrush show, at the summit show. I'm going to tell people there, and I'm going to send it out to anybody on my newsletter and just saying, hey, it's open. It's going to be open for 3 days, and then I'm shutting it down. So just during the summit, I'm going to have it open for a little short special time and then close it up again. So if you've missed it the first 2 times, there's a really small window for you to get in, and then I probably won't open it again until next year, the 1st of next year. So there you go. Okay. Yes. Trying to visualize this here. Super special eye. You know, I'm going to try and do an appendage. Why not? Why not? It's sort of that shape, right? Not that shape, but you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. It's like a chef hat. Okay, need to get those brows in there. So do I have to use Dynamesh to connect the two? Yes, you do. There's two ways of blending objects together in here. Dynamesh is one that will blend any objects that are interpenetrating each other together into one new object. That's one way. Another way is to use the new live boolean stuff. So if you have live boolean on, which is right here, if you have that turned on, and then you hit the this is kind of advanced probably if you're brand new, but if you hit the make boolean, it's under subtool. See this boolean right here? If I hit this make boolean mesh, it's going to make a brand new mesh, and it's going to combine all these pieces together, but you have to have more than one subtool visible for it to work that way. And that will also combine objects together. And it's something I'm experimenting with. So anyway, I'm going to turn that off. I didn't catch the previous time it was open. What would the pricing be for the online workshop? Well, like I've said before, I don't really like to reveal the price on this stream in case it changes and somebody watches the stream back, but I can say it's comparable with other online workshops like Nomen or Mold 3D or UArtsy, ZBrush workshops, all those kind of things. So they're right in line with those. It's not a small Gumroad thing. It's a large online course, but it's a little different than those. Okay. These are not eyes. These are brows. I'm trying to rush through this a little bit since I started late, so bear with me. Oh yes, thanks Sapphire. You can use the subtool remesh. Thanks Freak. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Man, I've been getting a lot of love in the course lately, and it's made me super happy. Super duper happy. Nothing makes me happier than successful students. Will my workshop at the ZBrush Summit be streaming? No, it will not. It will be behind closed doors, unfortunately. So it will only be, it's a 4-hour workshop for the people who have signed up for it, paid for it, at the summit. I did one of those with Matt Thorpe a couple years ago, and it went over really well. I liked it a lot. Yeah, Sean, hey, what's up? I made it. I figured it out. My XSplit was giving me grief. Yeah, T-Chan is correct. ZBrush is, or Dynamesh is the way to go for sure. The only reason I didn't mention that live boolean is because I've been experimenting with it lately. It's been fun. Let's see. Split unmasked points. I want to put the eyes in a different... These are the eyes. Oops. Just want them to barely be peeking out. T-Chan, you've already started, man. You've already started. Sad time to the people who live in Columbia. Sorry, man. It is a... It's just a small portion of my full course, so you can have... It's kind of like an appetizer, if you will. But if you... Yeah, if you want to learn a lot, then, you know, that's what I made the online course for, so you can learn a ton. And the online, or the workshop at ZBrush Summit it's cool, but it's only 4 hours, so you can only kind of pack so much into 4 hours. I'm going to try and pack as much as I possibly can for those of you who signed up for that workshop. It's going to be fun. It's a new concept from Luigi that I'm using to teach people how to do some basic character stuff in a short amount of time. Okay. I'm really rushing this guy. See that dang circle? Stop it. Oh, and this, the Frankenstein. I see what you're saying, Sean. Yeah, Sean's making like a female Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, the Windows ink circle. I cannot get rid of that thing. All I've been told is Alt-Tab. Alt-Tab out, Alt-Tab back in, and it'll be gone. And it will for a short time until it's like a creeping plague. It comes back. Okay. I was showing somebody how to make their buttons smaller on their interface, and I didn't change it back, and so now all my buttons are super small. Sorry about that. Okay, just looking at distances. Build that up. So, I obviously didn't make this his skull. I changed my mind. So, you have a chance to get the 3D Character Workshop next time you open the course. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Are you on the newsletter? Make sure you get on the newsletter so you're notified. Okay, come on, mask. There we go. And how you get on the newsletter is just download my free brushes from my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And I'm all sorts of sales guy tonight. Sorry about that. What is the? I'll just put it in the. I'll give you the link. Right there. If I want to practice on a modeling from a reference, can I just find a drawing online, or do I have to ask the creator to use it? That is a good question. If you are intending on using it in your portfolio, I would ask the creator for permission to use it. If you're just going to use it for practice and you're not going to put it in your portfolio and you're just going to kind of show friends and family, then it's completely fine to not ask permission. It's just nice and industry standard to ask permission. Typically they'll be flattered and say yes. It's just a nice thing to do. I do have an online course. It is you can do it from Brazil. In fact, I have a few students from Brazil taking it right now, and it's an online course with I like to call it light instructor feedback. So you get a lot of peer feedback and some light instructor feedback. And the reason I say light is because I try to get to everyone as they come through and they post their work. And but I don't want to. It's not. I don't give every student feedback every week. So if that makes sense. And the trade-off is you have lifetime access. So once you're in, kind of like ZBrush. I'm following their little business model. I think we're making some pretty good time. And once again, I'm going to open up my course, the enrollment, for a very, very short time, 3 days during the ZBrush Summit. I'm actually sponsoring the ZBrush Summit. I'm giving away 3 seats of my course during the ZBrush Summit to online people watching the ZBrush Summit online. So you don't have to be there to win them. You can just watch online and answer the questions when they come up, and there's a chance that you can win a free enrollment to my course. Pretty excited about that. Is it good or bad to show them a work in progress? So it's fine to show them a work in progress, but if they're like a professional concept artist, you don't want to bother them too much, because professional concept artists are typically quite busy. So you don't want to bug them with it, especially if you're just starting out and you're kind of amateur at it. You don't want to, try and get them to tell you if they like it or not or whatever. It's you can show them the final, and there's a good chance that they'll give you some feedback if they have the time and they like it. They'll give you some feedback. Let's see. But just try, I don't know, just try not to bug them too much, I guess. Just be professional. And if you do a super duper killer job with their model, there's a good chance they'll show it on their social networks and stuff. Or brag you up. So that's kind of fun. But don't expect that to happen right away, if you're just starting out. Now I announce it. Sorry, Sean. Come on, topological, work. Sometimes that doesn't work too well. There we go. I'm just kind of looking for I'll probably put the skull in the back here, just kind of poking out, and then push in the bottom of it. I need to count up how many hours some of my students that have watched a lot of my course. I don't even know where to start to guess how many hours of instruction that I have in that course. I wouldn't even dare to guess. I don't know. Maybe 20? 20 maybe? I don't know. 30? 40? Sean. Oh man. There are some students that have gotten some work based on what they've learned in the course, so that's pretty cool. That's way cool. Okay. These need to be bigger and farther out. Let's see. Oh, are they really 6? Are they 6 hours worth? So I do Facebook Live critiques sometimes. So when I see a student struggling and I see that what they're struggling with, I've seen other students struggle with it as well, I'll do a Facebook Live session on that person's model. I'll have them send it to me. And then I'll make sure they're there so that they can ask questions. And then I'll do a Facebook Live feedback session and record it for all the other students to see. And you can watch it live. It's a Facebook Live. So I'm going to try something with this that I have not done before. I'm going to try and make the interior of that mouth. It's going to be funny. So I need to just, I'm not too worried about the shape right now. I'm just kind of wanting an opening. I don't ask the questions. It's up to Pixelogic. They do the whole thing. They give away a ton of stuff at this ZBrush Summit. So they'll be streaming here live on Twitch. And when I'm not streaming, you can come back here and you can actually see who's going to be streaming when. And it starts this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So those 3 days, they're going to be going live. They're going to be streaming it on Twitch. And they do the live contests, online contests, on Twitter. So make sure you have a Twitter account. They ask the questions and they ask you to post it to Twitter with a hashtag. I'm not sure what hashtag yet, but be watching live and that's how you win. And they ask the trivia questions. It's all about ZBrush, and then that's how you'll win it. And they also give away like 3D printers. They give away collectible statues, collectible toys, just all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. So this is my first year sponsoring the event, and I couldn't be happier about it. I can't wait. Yep, Sculpt Off. I was in the Sculpt Off 2 years ago. That was a blast. That was it was fun, but it was nerve-wracking. Holy cow. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this, and then I'm gonna Dynamesh it. Who is asking about Dynamesh? I'm gonna show you right now. Here we go, Dynamesh. Let's go 512. Make sure everything's showing. Oh, non-stopping. This is you. Can everybody participate in that? Yeah. Yeah, they gave away a 27-inch Cintiq. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh, this is why. I gotta hit apply. Dang it. Apply. I always forget. No. There we go. That's better. Hide the other one. There we go. That's what I wanted. So now I'm going to ZRemesh this. So you were asking about Dynamesh. This is Dynamesh now. This is how I combined all of the objects together. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I remember that. That was so good. Okay, so I'm going to smooth this out a little bit. I want the ZRemesh lines. I'm going to ZRemesh this now, and I want the lines to go around the mouth, if they will. Kind of looks like a Muppet. Pretty funny. Okay. When do I choose to Dynamesh? When I'm done blocking him out. When I'm like, when I've added all the pieces and I'm ready to go to the next step. So, you know, the nose is in here, the ears, all the stuff's in here. As far as his head is concerned, I'm going to do his body separate and these screws separate and the eyes separate. So, and I'm going to do the staples and the hair separate and these stitches separate. So, everything that's going to be combined, I'll Dynamesh them together, and now I want to ZRemesh it because I don't want to work with this. I'm going to cut in, see how this kind of stitched together right here? I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be kind of a deeper down in there. There we go. Then I also want to do something else before I ZRemesh, and that is I want to build up these cheekbones, so then the flow of the mesh will go around those cheekbones. So I'm just going to use this fill brush. Let's see, so for the brows you didn't do separate poly groups. You'd then draw the lips. So it all depends on the concept. So these brows are so huge and so heavy that I wanted them to be big and bulky like this and part of the mesh. So it all depends on the concept and what my goal is, I guess. Like what I'm trying to do with it. So it's not like here's the one rule, follow it. It's the let's evaluate the concept, break it down, and how would be the best way to do it. The Phoebe. Dude. Michael May is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks, man. So, Merkel, Phoebe, Mike May, he's a long time friend of mine. One of the best sketch artists I know. Long time. Yay. Thanks, man. I'm just kind of, this guy kind of looks like Tim Conway. I don't know what's going on. How you doing, man? Phoebe streams on Twitch all the time, so you guys should give him a follow. He does some amazing, super tight detailed pen work, sketch work, and he's been sculpting lately, right? Sweet, good to hear, man. That's so cool. Alright, I'm just going to build this up. Holy cow, Merkel. What's up, elite rope? How's it going? Have you been sculpting a lot, Mike? Turn that lazy mouse off. It's getting in my way. So the detail I'm putting in now, it's going to go away. I'm just trying to get the ZRemesher to follow it around, and then I'll cut it back in again later. Doing some cramming sculpting, awesome. That's cool. I know you'd be good at it. Yeah, sorry, Sean. It's not without. It's like there's no like, okay, now it's time to move on to the next step. It's more of like a. Does it feel? Are you like stopped? Are you stuck? Is there anything else to add? Are you ready to go? You know, it's kind of a feeling. I don't even. It's not a feeling. I don't even know how to explain when it's, you know. it's just kind of a flow thing. It's like, when, you know, when do you know when to start working on a tree versus the background? I don't know. It's just kind of hard to explain, I guess. No, it's good. It's a good question. I just wish I had a clearer answer for you. It is a good question. Okay, just starting to shape this nose. Some phalanges. I know. So, okay. That's a really good point. When I'm teaching in my course, I have a script and I've written it down and thought about it immensely. And I talk about going from the blockout stage to the Dynamesh stage to the ZRemesher stage, but it's not, you know, art is messy. It's not like, now you're ready to go to the next step. It's kind of like, well, do you feel like you're stuck and you need to move on? You know? Why is the theme called Merkle? Okay, that's a good question, right, Mike? So his name's Mike, and there was this guy that we worked with that like invented his own language. You have to learn, and he called it learnguage. And so you put like an after every syllable, or at the beginning of every word. Like, instead of Michael, it's Merkel. Instead of Alan, it's Erlin. Like that. Instead of Shane, it's Shern. It's just a stupid, like, immature little learnguage. And it just kind of, I don't know why, but the Merkel stuck. The learnguage. Yeah, now it's like there's somebody speaks it now, like, anyway, it's really funny. Yep, the first vowel was and the rest was normal. Language. And it's even funnier if you speak it in a funny tone. I like to speak language. Merkel. It's been a long time, buddy. Jeez. All right. Okay, I'm going to ZRemesh this guy before I get too far. Putting in two her or your to der. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. I am doing fine. Okay, here we go. ZRemesh time. Let's do it. Let's see if it breaks it completely. Is it possible to get other people's UI set up for ZBrush without copying it step by step? Not really. Essentially, so I've built this one and I share it. So you can follow along with the video that I've put on my webpage, and I explained to you how I built this. I think, did I? No, I think that video is inside my course. But anyway, all you do is you hold down Control plus Alt and just drag buttons around when you have the config enable customize button turned on, like right here. So see the store morph target? I can move it over here and I can move it right there. See that? So you can just move buttons around wherever you want. It doesn't matter, and you can just bring them out of the menus and put them wherever you want. It's super easy to customize your UI, and you can make custom menus. Like, this is my custom menu right here. It's really fun to make So instead of diving down in this long tool menu, I want to put everything that is easy access out on my custom menu. So, and I map that to the back pen button. I map it to the number 2 first, then I map number 2 to my back button. So I have this menu pop up, and then I don't have to dive all down in here. So, all right. There we go. Let's get this mouth going. So now he's all low. See that? He's ZRemeshed, he's low, and I got what I wanted, and I got the flow to go around the mouth, but it didn't necessarily go around the eyes, and that's okay. We'll keep going on that. Yeah, preferences load UI. That's how you get my user interface loaded. For some reason, that drawing reminds me of Jack Nicholson. Yeah, totally. Oh, funny. Okay, so now that I have this ring happening around the mouth, I can start to actually shape this mouth much better instead of a Muppet mouth. Let's start to work it into the shape better. If the stupid ink would leave me alone. Windows ink. Doing a ZBrush tutorial. Oh yeah, they have lots of resources. It's called the Z Classroom, where you can go and learn a lot about ZBrush. I'm going to go ahead and close this mouth. And if I turn this range down to like a 2, see, if I have topological on, I turn range to a 2, the top lip won't affect the bottom lip when I move it until I get to the corners. But I want to keep it in that kind of a frown, so I'm going to move it up. Merkel, you pull this face sometimes. Okay. See all that detail I started to put in. It's just kind of going away. So, Mike, do you know Adam Manoa at all? This is his concept, by the way. I'm going to do that again and bring it out here more. The caterpillar from Bug's Life. You look like the caterpillar. Oh, Ryan. Oh my goodness. It's working with that guy. All you guys, yeah, it's back in the day. We're getting old. My 20-year-old kid just got married. You got one of those too, right? I'm old. I'm gonna be a grandpa. What's going on with that? Do I look like I could be a well, I'm wearing my old man hat. Right, I really want to pull these guys out. You have a... Yep, so do I. Join the club, man. Is that Bethany? I remembered her name. Okay. I'm going to do some big changes now. This is what's fun about using ZRemesher. With Dynamesh, it sort of works, but the mesh is so dense that when you do big movements like this, you get a lot of pinching and stretching and weird stuff happening. But if it's a Z-remeshed mesh, it's a lot lighter. So right here we're seeing a preview. If I hit Shift D, this is actually the mesh that I'm working with underneath. See, it's quite light. So here we go. You're distracting him. Yep. No, he's saying life. Life doesn't get any slower, right? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying I'm slow? I am pretty slow tonight. Anyway, I'm squishing his mouth up to make the, see the distance between his nose and the upper lip? Need to fix that to make that really feel like me. You know, that brr. All right. Okay. Smooth this out. I want to start to get his skull back in here. Oh yeah, nice. Guess who I saw? Howard Lyon. You remember Howard? He was at Comic-Con. So you guys, you should check out Howard Lyon's art. He does art for Magic cards as well as a bunch of other stuff. But he's best known for his... Yeah, he's awesome. He has an epic beard now. It's like black and gray, and yours is like a stovepipe straight down. His is like a lion. Howard Lyon. But seriously, his beard is nuts. And his daughter was on The Voice last year. If you guys watch The Voice, his daughter is Belle from last year. This guy is so fun. So much fun. You can split your beard so it looks like pants grew out of your face. Oh my goodness. And you would too. I always wanted you to do that. You know how you can lay down backwards? Like I do this for my kids. You lay down backwards and you put two little eyeballs right here. It looks like you have an upside down mouth and your beard is now their hair. Yours would be the best hair for that. He's got a beard that goes straight down. It's like a, it's not a goatee. He doesn't have a mustache. It's just like a gray. It's awesome. Goat pants. Oh man. All right, let's build up this clay. Is it T? T. All right. Waterfall beard. Could be. Okay, I'm going to Z-remesh this one more time because I need a little bit more density, or I could just subdivide this once for real, which is Control D, and then just delete lower. So now I have more density underneath the dynamic subdivisions. See that? It's like double the density. So now I can start working this area more. Don King. It would totally look like Don King. I need to see that. Post that picture on Facebook. Still pretty low on the build up here. I might have to ZRemesh this again and really get some, I need some more density in this area right here. See how it's pretty chunky? And also see this change of, this plane change from his head like this? I need that plane change in there. So what I can do is carefully use the pinch brush, just kind of go around like this, and then smooth it back out. And it'll just kind of hint at that plane change there. And I want to see the change of direction in the upper lip to the cheekbone is really aggressive and quite narrow. I mean, it's almost underneath his eye, right? So I'm going to make some more big changes here. Might break his eyeballs, but I don't care. I just want it to go out, in, you know, like really, really large changes. Yeah, I love it. That's one of the reasons I really like it, because it's very much exaggerated as far as like the cheekbones and the eyebrows, and I think that's what makes it so fun, is it's just really pushed. And it makes me laugh. Do one of those lumpy chins. It's got these lumps. I mean, this is very very symmetrical right now. I'll make it asymmetrical later, but I love the lumpy chin. Mike draws lumps in his characters all the time. Then let's make this narrower. Yep, entering my own Halloween challenge. What's up, Sumerian? How's it going, man? I need to get into the mood, right? No. I just started doing challenges inside my course Facebook user group to give them some deadlines and stuff. Fun things to do. Got a nice jawline happening. I want to judge myself. You're the best. What are you saying? What's up, Tatara? Welcome to the stream. Catch it on YouTube's. The tubes. Cool. Thanks for stopping by, even if it is just for a moment. I think I use the move brush more than anything. Just like move, push, push, move, push, nudge, nudge. Sharp edges. It ain't rigged unless it has a skeleton. Ba-doom-tsh. And his eyes are so small. I want to make sure I get those really small little beady eyes. That heavy dark brow. Let's pull this cheek out like forward. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. See this little valley underneath the nose? And I know you guys know what that's called, and I don't. Doesn't stop me from sculpting it. I think my brain has ran out of room because it's full of movie quotes and song lyrics. Drives my wife crazy. She's like, why don't you remember what I told you? I said, because it's full. My brain is full. Yeah, man. It's easy. Anybody can do it. Sculpt it, man. All right. I'm going to ZRemesh this, but I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate, ZRemesh. But I'm going to crank it to like a 10, so it's super dense. See what happens. It's a lip dip. Filtrum. The real answer is I don't care. I'm teasing. You should know. You should know what it is. There we go. Yes. See that? See? Thank you, ZRemesher. Thank you. It didn't put it around the eyes like I wanted because, well, I didn't make the cut deep enough. So let's do this. I'm going to exaggerate this because it wants to follow the cuts. So I'm going to really put a big old cut in there. Let's crank up the intensity. How do you sharpen those edges? You use the pinch brush. This brush right here. It's called the pinch brush. And if you guys want the brushes that I'm using, you can go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and grab them. Right? Oh, not that. Not that. I will give it. There you go. Right there. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. I have two channels for the ZRemesher to flow down. Let's see if I can get it to do what I want. So a lot of people will use the guides So there's these ZRemesher guides right here, and you can, and it works somewhat, but it's not as predictable as you might think. So this looks not so good right here. So let's ZRemesh it and watch what it does. It's probably going to prove me a liar. Well, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. And it probably would have helped if I would have pushed the eye cavity in. Let's see how it's now flowing around here. Now it's going to help me. It's going to help me sculpt this a whole lot better. See this cheek meat? That's totally what it's called. Cheek meat. I can come in and really exaggerate that now because I have the geometry to do it. And I can start to build up. See this lower eyelid right here? This really cool eyelid. Now this is just the detail brush. Let's get the pinch brush. See, I don't really have enough density around the eye to do what I want. There we go. See, I'm really sculpting on this, okay? Just so you guys know, I'm sculpting on this because I'm using dynamic subdivisions, and dynamic is just a preview. So this right here, this smooth, this is just a preview. I'm really sculpting on this low res, this low density. Okay. Let's see. So clean. Didn't lose very much detail at all. Yeah, because I cranked it up and it's still, you know, the surface is rather smooth, so it did a pretty good job. Not disappointed in that. So you've been half watching. Cool. Density. Anatomy with Shane. Oh man, if I ever do an anatomy class. I bet the real anatomy artists, like the hardcore guys, they'll be driving over to my house and punching me. They just start wailing on me and kicking me and naming the parts that they're kicking me. This is your... I almost said a bad word. I didn't. I'm not going to say a bad word. Sorry, Pixelogic. Cheek meat. Yeah, I love to. So what I'll usually do is I'll pinch areas where the skin is close to a bone, like an elbow or a kneecap, something where it's really close. So like this cheekbone, I like to put like a super sharp line there. That's left over from like my Infinity days, right? But I still love to do it. I like it. Yeah, they're bad reviewers. That's so funny. I need to watch me some Jay and Silent Bob again. They're making a new one. It's a sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Be good. Here's a tip that I learned from David Boudreau. He's a friend of mine that does really nice caricatures, and he's a traditional animator, and yeah, he just does fantastic stuff. And he showed me to, he taught me to not close off shapes. What does that mean? That means like, so see this lower eyelid, this whole cavity happening right here? Well, first of all, I pinch the line all the way up to here, right? So that's essentially a closed shape now. So you want to kind of like let the water free and not keep it in there. So what I'll do is I'll kind of fade that off. So over here, I'll just gradually fade it. So then it's pinched close to the nose where it's sharp, and then it'll come out and just kind of relax into nothing over here. and it just makes a better design. Same with these big eyebrows. I'll keep the lines tight underneath here, and then up on top I'll just kind of let the water out, so to speak, again up top, and make it fade up here. So it just kind of keeps it interesting and keeps it flowing. Just kind of pinch that a bit. Traditional, yeah, flip books. He was like making those penny movies. Traditional meaning, I can't remember the shows that he worked on. I'll have to ask him. I used to know. And I wish I could remember how to spell his name. But yeah, his artwork is insane. Mike, if you're still here, Merkel, do you know his work? So Mike's also just an insanely good caricature artist. One of the best I know. And Mike, you gotta go check out David Bourgeau's stuff. It's so good. So good. Okay. I need to kind of relax some of this underneath his lip too. There we go. You guys seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? It's like opening the chakras, whatever it's called. And see this overlap right here? I want to get that in there somehow. So I want to follow this down and build it up. Right here. With this clay tubes brush, you can really see the low poly. See that low poly? That's what it's trying to smooth out. So I can build it up, and then that's why the pinch brush works so good. The chakrams. Yeah, I can't remember how to say it. Chakrams. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender, by the way. Not the movie. There we go. A little interest there. And then I want to bring up this kind of hard edge coming down the front of his head, and then across right here. I can never pronounce it because that old man says it so funny. Open your chakrams. So if you haven't seen the Avatar: Last Airbender, I suggest you go watch it. I always wanted to model Toph, you know Toph. I always wanted to do a sculpt of her. Okay, let's move on down to the Adam's apple. Yeah, core is okay. And if you've been watching, if you've seen Voltron, that's okay too. Voltron's made by the same animation studio that made those. Yep, body energy points. Yes, chakras. So Aang the Airbender goes to see a guru, and because his bending has been locked, and he's trying to get it unlocked, so he can go into the avatar state at will. And he goes to this old man to help him, this guru on the hill. It's pretty funny. And so they meditate together, and he takes them through all those. Spoilers. Sorry, spoilers. I want to get this really funny ear shape happening. It's a cool lobe. Oh, Death Note anime? I have not watched that. I watched Castlevania was okay. I'm really not that big on like anime TV shows, but there's certain ones, mainly like mainstream Studio Ghibli stuff, you know, like Totoro and all that, but I'm not a big anime fan otherwise. I'm just trying to get these little lines to appear, but since it's, you know, since I'm sculpting on this low res mesh, I'm not going to get much out of it. Toph is so awesome. Toph is a earthbender, and I always want to do like a two-part collectible sculpture where she's like pushing earth down into the ground, is, you know, with her, and that comes with her sculpt, like a little toy you can put over here, and then like earth coming, shooting out and hitting one of those bad guys, you know, and like hitting them, and they're all flying through the air, and then you can put that wherever you want, like how far away or whatever, and just kind of set it on the desk or the table, so she's like nailing them from however far away. Don't steal my idea. Anyway, I'd love to do that sometime. Maybe. What's up, Kyle? Kyle, I made it. I was late. I was late to the parade, but I made it. I was having issues. I got some new headphones. So these bad boys right here. See this? I don't know if you can see that. With this stellar microphone, because you guys can probably still hear some hiss and some click and some not good stuff happening. So Matt Thorpe bought some headphones like this for his tutorials. I'm like, Matt, what did you get? And he told me, and I picked some up, and I picked up a cool mixer. But I broke XSplit. I use XSplit instead of OBS, and I broke it trying to get that thing working for tonight. So that's what happened. I was like trying to rush it, trying to fix it, and it broke. Of course. That's the story. He's looking sad. Why is he looking sad? I need to make him looking madder. Let's puff these up. What's up, Odd Wano? Welcome, welcome. Make him look madder, like durr. Just making some Frankenstein monster sculpt happening right now. Why not, right? Okay, I want to make another big change. I want to pull his lip out even more, like that. There we go. Okay, so I'm ready to go asymmetrical with this guy. Okay, so you want to do as much symmetrical as you possibly can until you get to a certain point when you're like, okay, time to take it asymmetrical. And you just kind of, it's just like, when do you go to Dynamesh? When do you go to ZRemesher? It's just kind of like, well, I've run out of things to do symmetrically. Now I'm going to take him asymmetrical. So like, I want to put in this cut. I want to put in these staples and, you know, some other things. So let's turn off symmetry and go for it. And I can turn on symmetry again, but for now, because I want to pull out his lip sideways. So Kyle, the big question, are you ready for the summit? I shouldn't ask that right now. He's probably like in it. Yep, pulling his lip like this. Look at it. Pull it to the side. When is the summit? It's this weekend, brother. It starts this Friday. And I will be there giving a workshop. And the workshop will not be televised, if you're wondering. Oh, thanks, man. Means a lot, brother. Coming from you, a guy who does this all the time. You're gonna hit it next year? Awesome. Oh yeah, Kyle, I'm sorry. I feel you. That's gotta be so much work. So much work. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna do symmetry for a minute. Mike, that would be so cool hanging out with you there. They'll stop you at the gate. You're like, yeah, you're not coming in here. Josh Singh? No. What's going on with that? Are you helping him out with his thing? That would be rad, considering your history. Oh, nice. If you guys don't know who Josh Singh is, he's another Utah dude. Ended up in California working at Riot. Fantastic artist. And now he lives in southern Utah. And he's making, I think he's working on a fighting game. I'm not sure. But I've seen some of the art for it. It's great. It's super good stuff. He's no longer at Riot. Nope. He is in St. George. So Tyson Murphy went to Riot from Blizzard. If you know who Tyson Murphy is. Yeah, yeah, I remember that story. He was like told to get out of the biz. You're like, yeah, you should do something. You should go do something else. Go deliver pizzas or something. And that just lit a fire under his butt. Now he's awesome. That dev artist, was it that you? You're so mean. You're so mean. Yeah, I remember listening to the podcast that he was talking about that. So basically, you guys, Josh Singh, when he was green, he was still green. He submitted his art for review, and Mike reviewed it, and he's like pretty much told him to like stop and go do something else. And Josh was like, F you, man. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna show you. And it totally lit a fire. It lit a fire. Yeah. And yeah, now Josh is Josh is absolutely incredible. Incredible. Sometimes that's what it takes, man. Sometimes you need a a slap on the jaw, you know, to make you fight harder. All right, let's make this cut. Let's see if there's a cut brush I could just cut into here. Slash, I think it's called. I hit the old BS. B for brush, S for slash. The BS brush. There it is. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to go up in resolution more. Yeah, you were that brutal. I can't imagine you being brutal. Come on, you're like super lovable teddy bear guy. I mean, because Mike is a big guy, but he's not mean, you know? He's not like harsh. Are you serious? Why are you crying? Did you make him cry? Oh, dude. Oh, man. Brutal. Okay. I'm now getting out of dynamic subdivisions and I'm going to real subdivisions because it was starting to chug. I don't want to meet you. You're like mean guy. So, with that being said, the review is honest. You know, sometimes you need to not be buttered up. Sometimes you need like, hey, you need to work on your art, or you're not going to be taken seriously. Made him cry. Oh my goodness. The guy was 14? That is early in the biz. I want to make his eyes smaller. I'm going to fill him with white too. Go back to retail. You shouldn't be doing this. Okay, I'm going to fill this. I'm going to fill it with a material too. I'm going to leave him white because it'll be cool. Let's find the zebra eye reflect. Okay. Fill it. Go back to this. Probably a little too white for a minute. Oh, you were assuming he was young. Try and invest in a tablet. Oh, Mike. Oops. I'm moving the eyeballs, not the... There we go. Okay, these are a little too white. Let's go back to paint, fill it with like a grayish. Is that better? You couldn't find it. It's in the bonus resources section. So go to bonus, go to resources, and download. It's on the right hand side. You can download them in there. Or you can just look up ZBrush iReflect and download it. If you're not in my course, Sean's in my course, that's why he was asking. But if you're not in my course, you can just do a search for ZBrush matte cap materials, and you can find it. Okay. Dan Rorty, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I'm going to I'm going to make one staple and then duplicate it and just make it different sizes. So here we go. Duplicate. Okay, I want a square. Cube split. Delete, hidden. Thanks so much. Welcome to the stream. Extreme stream. Doing a little Halloween sculpt today. Welcome everybody. Starting to get hopping. We're almost to 100 people. Bend this out. Whoa, not that way. Let's see. What? Is that what Josh was saying, Merkel? Oh man. It's too long. Word wall, don't read it. This guy, he did it. Hey, it's Toods. What's going on? Cool. This is actually Pixelogic's stream. Totally karma. Okay. And just duplicate this guy. Scale it. Let's auto group these guys so I can select them individually and dupe them. I have a Tom Petty song stuck in my head. Gotta focus. What are you doing? Gotta freelance. Something, something. I know, Tom Petty. Tears. Oh, really? Oh, man. I'm running down a dream stuck in my head. Okay. So that's Dan Rorty's name is super familiar. Where do I know that from? Is he one of your followers, or do I know his art? Dan, if you're still here, link me if you have awesome art. I know your name from somewhere. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, man. There you go. That's why I know. That's why I know. Of course. Oh, Shaza, yes. Thanks, man. Yeah, I spoke up at the U on their gamer division and talked to some of the students up there. And they gave me this shirt. This is from the University of Utah. That's what this is. This photo's in the dictionary next to legendary. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm trying to decide if I want to attempt some hair. I'm going to go a little long. I've been streaming for 2 hours, but I started late, so I'm going to go, you know, a little bit longer because I'm having some fun with this guy. Hope you guys don't mind. But I'm thinking about doing some Fibermesh for his hair. I haven't done Fibermesh for a long time, and I thought it might be kind of fun to do. Save this out. Some Fibermesh. Let's get rid of these other ones. Delete. Delete. So here's where he started. Look at that. From this to this. It's always kind of fun to see, right? Okay. And I still want to take him even farther. I love to push. Push, push, push. So I'm just going to push it a little narrower on his head. Just really exaggerate that top hat looking head. Fibermesh, let's do it. Super fast. Let's do it. Man, these, okay, sorry. I'm standing up today, and I have these mats that I stand on, and they keep sliding out. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put a temporary body in here. Franken has a Stein. I should put a big handle on the side and carve it out. That'd be an awesome beer stein, right? That'd be cool. Drinking out of Frank's head. Frank's Monster. I always thought it was weird that it's Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein is the doctor. Okay. So, let's see. I was going to delete this guy. Not duplicate, delete. Delete. Keeping it clean. Then duplicate this and delete the lower subdivision levels. Actually, the higher. A skull. Oh, nice. Okay, I'll get to Fibermesh in 1 second. Fibermesh, Fibermesh. Okay. I just wanted to get kind of a temporary body happening here. There, done. He's a sucker. Nice body, sucker. Delete hidden. Okay, I'll just grab the move brush, drag it on down. I'm not going to make his shirt and all that stuff. Did I take to the new gizmo easily? I did, actually. I like that thing. Because it reminded me of the one in Silo. And I'm a big Silo fan. So I like it. Alright, I'm just going to clip this off and then ZRemesh it. Whoops. Shunk. There we go. ZRemesh, where are you? About 5. How about you? Are you taking off? All right, man. Yeah, thank you so much for hopping in here. Always a pleasure, my friend. I'll have to come drop by again and bug you. I wonder if there's is there any screws? There is. Let's see what we got here. There's this guy. That'll work. I'll do the twisted bit in a little while. The twisted going into his neck. I'll do that in a bit. Alright, that's cheaty. Oh yeah. Alright, take care, Drew. See ya. Thanks for stopping by. All the love. Okay. Duplicate. So with Fibermesh, you can't have any subdivision levels. So what I usually do is duplicate it, then delete the subdivision levels, but I want it to be a higher subdivision level, so I'm going to crank it up to 3, and then delete the lower. And then it's going to be crazy funny, but you mask off where you want the hair to be. I don't know why I'm getting these artifacts. Is it okay? Because there's another one underneath showing. So I'm just gonna kind of roughly put in where the hair would be. I want it to peek over this edge just a bit, kind of like grass would grow just over the edge of like a dry riverbank. where you see the roots of trees and stuff. Okay. Then it's going to look crazy because he's going to be like the stitches. Yeah, I need to do these stitches too. I'll get those. Let's go Fibermesh. Fibermesh. You can hit preview. There, done. Oh my goodness. Looks like a. It always looks like those magnets, like when you play with magnets and those like the black stuff in there that you can move around and you create hair with it. You ever seen those things? Can you print Fibermesh? Not really. Like 3D print? No. It's too fine. It wouldn't. You could if you really worked at it and got them thick enough, but then you have the problem of like the curves, and if you want to I mean, it would print okay, but you need to support each one of those hairs with a piece of support that comes up, and it would be a support nightmare. So I would say no. When I go to 3D print stuff, I tend to lean on like really chunky sculpted hair. That prints the best. Okay, so then you can just start messing with the modifiers, like turning the max fibers down. So he looks like a zombie or something. So this is just the preview, and you can just start messing with the profiles, the width, the coverage. You can reduce the coverage, increase the max fibers. You can also increase the gravity so it hangs lower, like so. So funny. How often would I print my models? I would print. So I worked on Disney Infinity. I worked on the game where you bring toys to life. It's like you buy the little figures, you put them on the base, and then you play as those figures in the game. So I worked on that. That's what's back here. I don't know if you can see them, but that's kind of my collection. But I love to print as many of my models as I can. So this is the pirate girl that I did on the stream not too long ago, and I'm hoping to buy a printer at the ZBrush Summit. We'll see if they have any good deals or what. We'll see. Try to do some clumps. So some of these are just kind of a guess. Then you can also come in there and like with move or with all the brushes, like there's some hairstyling brushes, you can just kind of drag them around and get the you know, some different looks, like some of this hair coming up here like this. I can just kind of drag it around. You can use the snake hook brush even, get it kind of big, and you can just, whoops, gosh dang it, sorry, you have to commit the hair first before you can drag it around. So this is just a preview, so you can't do that until you say, okay, this is what I want. Then you can start to do that. So let's see, and I can get some length variations. So some are long, some are short. If I want the root to scale, so that means it goes from thick to thin as it comes out. It's kind of hard to see. And you can keep it short and kind of drag it out longer too. So let's see, width profile. Yeah, we'll see. And it always looks way thinner than it actually is when you commit it. When you say, okay, that's what I want, like accept, then it always goes thick. See that? It always gets pretty thick. So then you go back up to Subtool, you select the hair, and then you can start to move it. Okay, it looks like I have RGB turned on, so. And it will actually lengthen as you start to pull it out. And then I'll go underneath usually and paint it black so it doesn't look like he's losing hair, you know. Just want it to kind of be random here and there. And pull down on the back. And this hair will actually render in Keyshot. You can push it over to Keyshot and it'll render there. It'll look pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of like messing with a carpet, right? It's like, and you can also smooth it. Just turn down your smooth intensity, and you can just kind of smooth it back, bring it out, smooth it. Then you'll get those, like, it'll look a little more random. Thanks. Oh yeah, so Moonbeam is printing out my Kate character. So this one right here, she's missing her hands, but they'll be printing out this one, and then Formlabs is printing out the pirate girl. So I think they'll both be there. So let's see. It's addictive, by the way. Australia, yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. I would love to go to Australia someday. You got a question? Do you do 2D like on a daily basis or often? No, I don't. I need to, but I don't. Yeah, I'm guilty. I bought a new tablet PC just so I can start sketching more, but I don't sketch often. Not nearly often enough. Yeah, don't want this hanging down that much back here. Oh, this guy cracks me up. Alright, you guys ready for some color? Let's put some color on his head. Okay. What's up? What's up, Rob? Did I recommend a 3D printing company a few streams ago? So I'm not that versed in 3D printing as far as printers go. I just know that the Form 2 does an amazing job. I haven't had experience with the Moonbeam yet to know how good of a job it does. I'll see it at the show. Let's see. Okay, clear that mask out. Okay, just want to check my color. Yeah, just the prints that I've seen come off of the Form 2 have just blown me away. The quality off of those is just insane. We had an $80,000 Envision Tech printer at Disney, and the Form 2 comes close to the quality. Stitches and screws. Yep, I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm just coloring up for a minute. Whoops. Come on, hair. Get there. That's one thing I still haven't gotten used to is selecting the subtools over here, because most of the time I'll click on the picture, on the icon, because I'm just used to it, and what that does is that puts an arrow there as the start of a subtool group, and that's not what I want. Yes. and I stand by what I said. It's true. It is true. And it's okay. Another thing, Formlabs has free software, and that free software will do automatic supports. So let me see. Where is my? Okay. So you can see these supports on here. I haven't clipped them off yet. See those supports? Those are all automated. I mean, it doesn't really work perfectly the first time out of the box, but a lot of times it does, and it just takes a little bit of tweaking and it will automatically support your models. We had to use this support software called Magix, and that would take so long to support your models with that. And so that's just another positive for Formlabs, you know. I should get some commission because I'm serious, that saves so much time. And it saves prints too, you know, because you'll have issues, you'll have problems, and the better supported your model is, the less problems you'll have. And it also does repairs, like their software will do mesh repairs, like holes and diaphragm geometry or whatever it's called, where you get them like interpenetrating each other, going in and out and crisscrossing. It'll fix all that stuff. Yes, Rabid, it's so true. Yeah, I'd be saying Formlabs every 2 seconds if that was the case. Form. All right, I want to pull. I just want a couple to pull way down here. This guy is cracking me up. Push it against his head. Okay. Too funny. It's pretty dense hair though, I have to say. Okay. I want to do some color on him still, really fast. I want to do some, I really like this material, but I'm going to kind of fake it. I'm going to go to, I usually go to Skin Shade 4, see how much that changes his material. Go to Skin Shade 4, and I want to start just painting in some fake ambient occlusion. But I'm going to color him a base, kind of a green gray, maybe a yellow green gray. Let's see, maybe lighter. And a little less saturated. There we go. It's kind of an olive. What's up, Monster Juice? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's select this green color and take it dark. With my airbrush, I will start painting in some ambient occlusion. So really start to make him pop. This is fun because it's kind of like painting those little tiny Warhammer figures, but you get to paint your own 3D model. It's just kind of hobbyish, I guess, you know, like when you're painting little models. It's really fun to do. I love doing the color. That's why I jumped to it so soon, because I love it. I mean, it's late in the process, but still, it's probably sooner than I should be. Going good. Making some doing a Halloween stream since it's October. some dark up underneath his hair. Do I paint them? I paint D&D figures, not really Warhammer ones. But not too often. I want to get into it more. How many models so far today? just this one. So I was a little late to start the stream today. So I'm gonna go a little long. I usually finish around 17 minutes ago, but I was about just almost 30 minutes late today because I was having some technical difficulties. So I was gonna go a little longer. Oh, nice. That'd be awesome. All right. So let's start adding some different colors. I'm going to add some blue, purple to his chin. Yeah, dynamic subdiv is the bee's knees. The bee's knees. There, let's go with that. I don't know if you can swear on the Pixologic channel. Trying not to. Trying to keep it clean for the kids. Yeah. Okay, that's a little too pink. Let's go darker, less saturated, more on the red. Let's try that. So I don't want to really get rid of the green. I just want to warm him up a bit. Ash swears a lot. Oh, but is that Ashley's own channel or is that the Pixologic channel? See, we're on the Pixologic channel, so I try to do my best to keep my sailor mouth down. Okay, and what's fun up here is to introduce some yellow. It might be too hot, but we'll see. On our own channel. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more. Then I want to bring some of this green color back in on top, just to kind of push it back to green. Just a bit, not too much. Something like that. This guy. Yep. This is when you need your coffee, right? You're like, alright, it's time for coffee. Time to brush my teeth. So this is what my breath feels like. Time to brush my teeth. Get some coffee. Let's see if I can fill this. There we go. Three shots. It's like, good morning. How you doing? Off to the office, right? Okay, his eyes are way too light. Let's darken those up just a bit. Add some red, but dark red. Dark red. Apply this. There you go. Still a little light. I almost want to make him holding a cup of coffee. It says like #1 dad or something. Okay, let's get those X's on there. Yep, basic animation. I'm blocking it in. How's he looking? Is he anywhere near the guy? Sorta. He even has smaller eyes. Jeez. Well, so small. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Okay, let's get these stitches on. I thought I had a brush that did stitches. Is it this one? No. Oh, there's only 3. I'm just gonna make it. I'm alive. And he's like totally like barely alive. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Whoops. Not symmetrical. I do want to make these dark blackish. They're not new stitches. They've been there for a while. Yeah, I could make the ears sharper. You're right. Spinning these around. And push them right up in there. So that's another thing with 3D printing. Not that I'm going to print this guy because he's got these little hairs, but you want to push it all the way in, right up against the surface, so there's nothing behind it. Yeah, it's our Super Bowl. It's our Geek Super Bowl. Who's gonna win? I don't even know who's all in the sculpt off this year. Like I said, I was in it a couple years ago. That was so fun, but man, it was stressful. Any of you guys watch that? I made, so the theme was oh gosh, what was it? Flora and fauna. The theme was flora and fauna. Oh, you got Kyle's still here. He's still kicking. Oh, you got links of who's in it. Nice. Man, you're on tonight. Yep, no undercuts. Stay away from those undercuts. Yeah, Rob watched it. You were there. Were you live or just there? Or just watch it on digital? Let's see. Oh, it's too much. What? Okay. There we go. You watch the streaming online, cool. Yeah, if you can't make the ZBrush Summit, you can always watch it online. I need to go darker with this. Skipping around. There we go. Oh, you're gonna hold off till they get a bigger venue? Yeah, it's getting pretty tight. Right, Kyle? Yeah, it is getting standing room only. That's for sure. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Last year it was. Paul was talking about it. Staples Center sold out the whole thing. Like a League of Legends tournament. Alright, let's just fill this with something that's not white. That works. Did I fill? Oh. Fill these with silver. Green, gray. There we go. All right. Hard surface. Yeah, I need to learn some more hard surface to see how you guys do it. For sure. I think I want to color this hair a little darker. There we go. I wonder if I could put like a sheen type material on just the hair. I think there's one called hair. Soft plastic. Oh, there's fibers. Yeah, ignore everything else. Here, I'll just solo it so you can just see the hair. That's just fibers, though. Hair. There we go. Alright, I'm going to fill it with that. See what happens. And then go back to skin shade 4. Yeah, sure. Then we'll render this guy out and throw him up somewhere. I'll finish these screws and stuff in this shirt later. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this. I'm going to wrap it up. But thanks everybody for spending your evening with me. It's been a pleasure. Hope your Halloween is dandy. I guess we still have a couple more streams before Halloween, but I wanted to do a Halloween sculpt. I'll pull his jaw out. So I'm still tweaking, forever tweaking. Anyway, thanks guys for stopping by. If you're going to be at the ZBrush Summit, please come say hello. I'll be wearing my old man hat. I'll probably be wearing a 3D Character Workshop shirt. And I'm bringing some of those shirts, so I might just have one for you. Depending on how many I can take on the plane. But anyway, I'm super looking forward to the ZBrush Summit. It is this weekend. It will be streaming on Twitch all 3 days. Maybe you can throw some links in here, Kyle, for all of that stuff. I need to get a shirt cannon. Poof, poof. Oh, you're in my class Saturday. Awesome. Sweet. Can't wait to meet you. I'm pretty excited about that class. I'm doing. I have a really cool concept that I'm going to show you guys, and so I'm going to be doing a workshop on Saturday morning. But otherwise, I'll be walking around and watching the talks, and they're going to be doing a sculpt off. And they're going to be giving away prizes live. They're going to be giving away prizes digitally. They're going to be giving away 3 seats of my course to online watchers. And I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, so starting Friday, Saturday, and then goes to Saturday and then ends Sunday. So it's going to be a good time. Can't wait to see you all there, or hopefully you'll watch online. So thanks again, Pixelogic, for having me. And if you want this interface and these brushes, you can go to my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and grab them. They're free. And I will be opening my course for 3 days, 3 short days, just a little tiny window during the ZBrush Summit. And there's a link in the sponsors link under the links that Kyle is putting up right now. You can see under the sponsors, there's my 3D Character Workshop. And if you follow that link on the day, on any of the 3 days, my course will be open for enrollment those 3 days. So anyway, thanks guys for hanging out, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. We should have a good show up from all the people that have watched the summit. So anyway, take care everybody. Have a great night. I gotta figure out how to turn this off now. Always stumbling. All right guys, take care. See you later.